This is how a diesel should drive. Bloody hell. Oh yeah. Where have you been all my life? Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this episode, hopefully we're going to give the Ranger a little bit more poke. So let's get into it. Beautiful.
Oh, what a machine!
Salisbury Plain meets Wales.
Yeah, exactly. Right, the EVC Throttle controller. Now, I've never used this product before. I bought this product very recently, and I've been pretty keen to get this in my vehicle. So I have a 3.2 Ford Ranger 2017 model. It's a manual model, and I have contemplated on getting either an engine tune or a chip of some kind, just to kind of perk the engine up a little bit. As you can understand from a factory point of view, the vehicles get tuned to a factory setting for reliability and a level performance, which is great, and I think that's obviously it's the right thing to do from obviously a factory point of view, but there's always a little bit more these motors can offer, and I didn't really want to go down the engine tuning or a chip. I don't want to go down that route because I didn't really want to mess around with the engine mapping and any other parameters of the motor. I'm really focused on reliability, and to be fair, the Ford Ranger hasn't got the best history of reliability when it comes to motors, etc. like that. So at the moment we're kind of testing those things and just seeing what we can get out of this motor and seeing how far we can, test the reliability. So so far so good. 3.5 years. The engine is obviously not skipped a beat. It's been absolutely performed very, very well. I've serviced it every 5,000 miles. So I've been very conservative with the servicing and the upkeep of the motor. Bear in mind, that's the heart of the vehicle. So if you look after that, she'll look after you. So I've just been bimbling around Salisbury Plain. I haven't installed the unit yet. I'd like you guys to experience the same thing I'm going to experience with the EVC Throttle controller and what changes this brings. From a sort of driver's point of view, if you don't own a Ford Ranger, especially the wild track models, really, really comfortable vehicle, very, very capable vehicle. If you look through the videos that we've done, we've conquered a lot of tracks, a lot of technical things, and it just goes to show what these vehicles can really do. And I think the vehicle just needs a little bit more perk from that kind of point of view. That will really sort of liven things up a little bit. So at the moment, there is turbo lag with most diesel motors, especially the turbo diesels. They do tend to have a lot of turbo lag, and they feel a little bit lazy in the low down rev range. And you've got to kind of pick up the rev range to liven her up. So what I have noticed, if you depressing the pedal between 10 to 15%, and that's when things start livening up. So I think what the EVC controller is going to do is going to eliminate that 10 or 15% loss, and as soon as you depress that pedal, you should have a reaction pretty damn quick. So the EVC does not mess around with any of the engine parameters, which is perfect. It ticks all the boxes, and it's very, very simple to install. So I've stopped in Salisbury Plain. We're going to have a look at how to install this. I've got the box here ready to rock and roll, so we'll check it out, get it plugged in, and then hopefully there's going to be a smile from ear to ear. Alrighty, what's in the box? So here is the old unit. It's pretty damn small. That is it. So let's get this little unit out of here. Got some packaging. Don't worry, it's not an unboxing video. I won't knock all the things over. Okay, so well, let's get to the business side of things here. Let's get all the stuff out of the way. Okay. So it looks very, very simple. Okay. So you've got your controller. Now this is the controller that you set all your settings. I'm not too sure of the range of settings just yet. And then this is what will plug into your throttle. Link into your throttle, and that goes to your controller. So very, very simple to install. So we'll have a look at that in a second. What we'll do is just have a look at you got a couple of zip ties there just to neaten the wiring up. They've got a sticker. Okay. Quick start guide. Installation. Prior to installation, ensure the vehicle ignition is switched off. Allow 10 minutes before proceeding to ensure the vehicle electronics have powered down. This will reduce the likelihood of creating an engine fault code. Okay, so we'll give it a good 10 minutes. So me doing this video is perfect. And then it just basically goes through the factory connection plugs, where to connect it. Okay, let's get into the meat of this. Right. Okay, so there's a bit of setting up you've got to do to get the thing set up correctly, which is a given. And then you've got several different modes here. You've got the ultimate mode, you've got economy mode, and you've got automatic control mode. So the ultimate, for enhanced throttle response, choose from 9 available settings to fine-tune your throttle response. So as you can imagine, the ultimate 9, you really kind of leaning on very, very fine adjustments, and then you're obviously unleashing the most out of the motor. And the economy dampens initial throttle response for greater control on loose or uneven surfaces, such as when off-road. So that's a nice thing to put in there, which is quite key information. So you don't want to be blasting around off-road in Ultimate 9, because then the vehicle will almost over-respond in trickier situations. So you want to be either in economy mode, so you can get the best out of the vehicle, especially with traction. And then automatic control sets the EVC apart from all other throttle controllers. AC automatically chooses the ultimate throttle response based on the amount of pedal pressure. Okay, so what we'll do is just wait for the truck to power down and make sure that everything's okay. Give it a good 10 minutes, and then we'll plug her in. Okay, so what I've done, waiting for the engine and the basically vehicle to shut down completely. It's been 10 minutes. I've just gone ahead and put the controller in where I'd like it. The good thing is it's got a sticky back, so you can basically stick it to your dash somewhere nice and accessible. So I've stuck it here, just where it's nice and accessible. I can see it through the steering wheel, and it's not obscured by the indicators or the windscreen wiper lever there. So it's there, sticky back. Most of you know I hate drilling into vehicles, so it's perfect right there. It's quite stable, which is quite good. And the cable I've just fed through this little gap here, dropped it behind, and then you can just see the little cable dangling ready to go. So the next thing is to actually have a look at the throttle connection. I'll just take you guys down here with me. If you have a look just above the throttle there, you've got the factory plug going into the actual throttle there. And then what this does is that obviously splices into that plug there. So all you've got to do is disconnect that plug the factory plug into one of these sides, and then plug this one in, and then we'll plug that in, and then we'll do the setup and get everything started. Okay, so don't really need tools for this. You've got these little red tabs. So on this plug here, you've got a little red tab. Basically that is copying the factory plug. So all you've got to do is just pop that red tab up there and just wiggle it free. So he says, there you go. what you'll notice on the little, just below the red tab, there's a black lever there. You've got to depress that and then pull the plug up. Okay, so that releases that. Just make sure you just remember the orientation of the plug. It can only go in one way. It'll help you out. So we'll get this one plugged in there. Okay, that's plugged in. Good, just have a look at the orientation of this plug as well. Okay. That goes in one way. Okay, it's clipped and locked into position there. Okay. Right, so what you've got is the cable now that connects into the controller. Okay, so you just got to, when you get your manual, you'll see the orientation of this plug. So what you want to make sure is this little lever that comes from the controller lines up with this little nib on this female plug here. So it clips and locks into position. So now you can see you've got excess cable here. Now this is where these little cable ties come into play. So we'll just get that cable tied and neatly put out the way. Make sure you don't put any excess amount of stress on these plugs and these connections. And then what we'll do is we'll get this cable tied and then we'll do the startup procedure. Okay, where are those cable ties? Got you. It's one, number two. Okay. Right. So just looking above here, I don't know if you can see my big fat head's in the way. But just above all the electronics up here is a sort of a frame with a couple of holes in it. So what I'm going to do is neatly roll this cable up, and I'm going to cable tie everything up and secure that to one of those holes. I think that's the best thing here. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get that good to go. And in good old British fashion, it's starting to rain outside. Right, so that took all of 6 minutes to install. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Okay, so the next stage is setting up your transmission. So bear with me here. So it says start the vehicle, so we just get the keys, start the vehicle. Right, we've started the vehicle. For safety, ensure that the vehicle is neutral. That's a given. Okay, so press and hold the mode, which is the mode button, for 3 seconds to enter the transmission setup. So from what I can read here is for manual transmissions, you need to be in 0.0, or for automatics, you need to be 8.8. Okay. Once the desired setting is chosen, exit the transmission setup mode by pressing the mode button once again. Okay, and at this point we can cycle through all the different settings. So, okay, just set that up. So we're currently in economy 0. Right, let's see what this thing does. Okay, and then we'll build it up. Okay. Gonna just spin the vehicle around you. Let's get onto a nice bit of road here. Okay. Okay, so that is currently set in economy 2, and I can immediately feel a increase in response. Throttle response. Oh yeah. Okay, that's economy 2. Okay. I think Ultimate 9 is going to be a bit wild, but let's have a look. She feels a lot perkier. Really smoothens out that throttle response. I don't feel or don't experience much turbo lag, ever so slightly. Okay, let's turn her up and see what we do. Very, very small increments. Okay, we're on economy 4 now. I'll slow down a little bit, slow down to a stop, see what the difference is. Yeah, a lot better, a lot better. Okay, economy 5. Okay, so this should be a nice balance here. Economy 5. Perked it up a little bit, and I mean I'm doing 20 mile an hour third gear. Normally you'd experience a little bit of turbo lag. It'd take a while to get up into the spool, the turbo. It doesn't experience that right now. Right now it's just ready to go all the time. Okay, on economy 6. Yeah, I like the fact that this is really small increments, which is really good. You can really fine tune to your driving, which is quite nice. Okay, let's bring it back to a stop. This is economy 6. Okay, first gear. Oh, wow. So much smoother. Wow. Okay. Economy 7. Let's bring it down again. Stop. Oh yeah. Yeah. 7. So you're starting to, as we start increasing the levels now, we're kind of teetering on the ultimate levels, starting from ultimate 1 all the way up to ultimate 9. So up to 8 now. Third gear just picks it straight up. That's great. Yeah, this is great. Okay. What I'm going to do is going to spin around here. Even in reverse. Even in reverse. Oh yeah. I'm literally just touching the pedal. It's really freshening that throttle response up. So okay, that's economy 9. Okay, economy 0. Oh yeah. What a difference. What a difference. You could immediately feel it drop back. That's interesting. Okay. Right, so 0 off. Oh wow. Okay, that's off. And the lag is there. Okay. Alright, this is quite cool. Right, let's stop there. Okay, so we're in ultimate level now. Ultimate 1. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Where have you been all my life? That was ultimate 1. Okay. We will take a road test as well. I think it'll be quite different on the road as well. So I'm just in 2-wheel high. ultimate 2. Gosh, it's like first gear, it's just like woof. Oh yeah, this is wow, this is incredible. I'm literally just touching the pedal, and it feels like, if you drive a Ranger that hasn't got this, it feels like you're already at 2,500 revs. That's what it feels like immediately. And we're, you know, looking at 1,500 RPM at the moment. Okay, that's an Ultimate 2, Ultimate 3. Oh wow, yeah, you literally, it's just spooling, immediately spooling. Third gear again, literally 15 mile an hour, and there's no turbo lag, there's no struggle. This is incredible. Okay. I think the higher we go, it's going to be a bit wild. Okay. Make sure it's nice and safe. The coast is clear. Right. Let's take it up a notch. Let's go to Ultimate 5. Let's see what that does. Bloody hell. Gosh. Every gear. Gee whiz. Okay. There is no lag. There is no lag. It's non-existent. It's every gear, you immediately into the turbo. Bang, bang, bang. Every gear. Okay, that's 5. Should we go for the Ultimate 9? Okay, Ultimate 9, here we go. Okay, haven't changed anything. The revs are still fine, still the same, everything's still good. Bloody hell. Jeez. Yeah, this is incredible. Wow. Okay, this requires a road test. Yeah, current on Salisbury Plain, and I went literally 30 mile an hour immediately. So yeah. Okay, I'm currently sitting in 4th gear. Let's bring it down. 1,000 RPM, 20 mile an hour. Normally at 20 mile an hour, at 1,000 RPM, you're hitting turbo lag and it struggles to get up into that spool. At the moment, it's just spooling immediately. This is amazing. This is fantastic. Wow. Okay, let's spin around. Let's head to the road. Gosh. I find myself really. Goodness me. You barely have to touch the throttle. Yep. Don't even have to touch the throttle. Not even touching the throttle, and it pulls away. Bloody hell. This is wow. This is great. Okay. Gosh, I really need to calm her down. Really pull the reins in here. Right. Okay, automatic. Okay, that's perfect. As soon as I set to automatic, we're in 4th gear, 20 mile an hour, and immediately 1,000 RPM, and she's struggling. Hopefully you can hear that. Pedal fully depressed to the floor. She's not moving. Well, she's obviously just chugging along. Follow me. Yeah. Right, we're leaving it in automatic. I'm just going to head to the road. And then we'll see how she does on the road test. Okay, I've been driving for a few miles on automatic, and as you can expect, there's an immediate change. I'm not exactly sure how automatic works, if it learns, or I don't know. feel that the engine is not working as hard. It kind of feels like that. Because we're constantly in boost all the time. Well, on the edge of boost. We're literally teetering on that edge. And as soon as you touch that throttle, it just gradually brings you into it. So from what I can tell is economy mode, it kind of just slows that down a bit. Eases you into the boost, whereas the Ultimate 9 it just ramps it right up and brings it in, which is quite nice. So this is automatic. It feels like you just got power on tap now, which is really nice. So a lot of the times that you're driving along and you're just cruising, you need to overtake, whatever, you're either dropping down a gear and you're overtaking. I don't feel I need to do that right now. It's just I'm constantly on that edge of the boost, which is that's my power band. That's exactly where I need to be, which is quite cool. So yeah, let's see if we can. Okay, this is Ultimate 9. Still cruising at 6. Very nice. Oh yeah. Bloody hell. So before this, I used to, you have to keep your foot on the throttle and maintain your speed at 60. So I'm currently on Ultimate 9 right now, and I'm finding myself, I have to feather the throttle to remain at that speed because it's just constantly on tap now. It's just nice to know you have that power when you need it. And you're in that power band. Very nice. And the revs haven't changed. It hasn't affected the motor in any way. It's all got to do with the throttle, which I find so impressive about something as simple as this. So EVC, if you guys watch this, hats off to you guys. This is a fantastic product. Wow. Okay, it's just in a 30 mile an hour zone now. Just cruising. I'm in 4th. Normally in 4th. I'm a cruiser kind of guy. Yeah, 25 mile an hour, I'm in 4th, and it just picks up immediately. Like I'm not even in 4th. Yeah, much smoother. Normally it'd have a little bit of shudder in that gear. A little bit of shudder. In 4th, I'm not experiencing that at all at the moment. Let's spin her around here. Gosh. I find myself changing gears a lot quicker now, as you can imagine, in Ultimate 9. This is just unreal. So, for you Ranger guys out there who have the DPF models, what you'll find is that when you go through a regen phase of regenning your DPF, it picks up the revs on the truck, and it's kind of something like that but on steroids. It's hard to cruise at 30 mile an hour. It really is. I find it very difficult to cruise at 30 mile an hour in Ultimate 9. It's just power on tap all the time. Bang. Fantastic. I get up to speed so much quicker now, and with so little effort. The throttle feels so sensitive now. You know, just balancing my foot on the throttle right now, and you can tell because it's picking up the weight change as you go over undulations in the road. Obviously, your foot slightly depresses the pedal, and it picks up all those little movements. whereas in your eco modes and things like that, it won't pick up those modes. It kind of brings it on slightly slower. So that's the only thing about the Ultimate 9. It's very, very, very sensitive. Gosh, fantastic product. Wow. And this won't even break the bank either. If you've looked at getting your vehicle mapped or getting a chip or some sort, I mean, chips are something in the region of, the last time I looked, about £400, depending on what sort of model you go for, what kind of brand, all that kind of stuff. You know, $400, $500, 500 if you're going to go get a proper tune, go to a shop with a rolling road. Not that I don't believe in a vehicle map, it's just I'm a bit more skeptical and pessimistic when it comes to just flashing the ECU and not proving any numbers on a dyno. So I like to see the facts. This kind of person I am. But if you're looking to not mess around with the engine at all, the iDrive is definitely an incredible option. And for a price, I mean, I bought this at £169 from 4x4 Works. The service was fantastic. I got it the next day. Not that I really needed the next day, but that's brilliant. So fantastic from them as well. The service has been great from 4x4 Works here in the UK. So if you're looking for the iDrive, have a look around. But you in the region of between 150 to about £170, maybe 180, whatever. So I will be honest with you, Ultimate 9 is slightly too sensitive for my liking. I'm sure there's a time and place for the Ultimate 9, but it's especially with just cruising, it's very, very sensitive. So I think I'll have to play with it a little bit more and get to that finite setting that it really works for me. But I really enjoyed the automatic control of this thing, which is really clever and very intuitive. So it's I don't know how it works. I need to look into it a little bit more and provide some more feedback. But if you guys know how it works, let me know. I'm all ears. But that I found really nice, the automatic control. It just brought on the power when I needed it, and it felt very, very balanced as well. So this is how a diesel should drive. Right, so final thoughts on the EVC throttle controller. This little thing packs a punch. Wow. Unleash the power. Yeah. You know what I'm about to say. No, yeah. Anyway, so very, very impressed off the bat. So simple to install. Anybody can do it from home. Like I just showed you guys, I literally did it out on the tracks. You don't need tools, just plug and play, and that's all it is. So I mean, the economy, I mean, that was really, really great. You could see the difference straight away. Even though it was really fine increments, you could really feel the difference. And the Ultimate 9 is just, yeah, it's so responsive. And I can understand why they put it in the manual. Is you don't want Ultimate 9 when you're going off-roading and doing sort of technical sections, because it's too responsive, whereas you need to be in sort of economy. That's probably the ideal place, bring on that power a little bit slower, whereas Ultimate 9 or in the Ultimate kind of range, it's very, very quick to bring on the boost. But it's really nice on road. Again, Ultimate 9, it's just crazy how quick and responsive everything is. And like I mentioned on the road test, you're literally just touching your foot on the pedal, and it's so responsive. It's crazy. So I'm going to play around with it, just carry on driving, and I'll probably give a little bit more feedback in the future. Really test it out. But the first impressions off the bat is wow, really, really good. And ultimately, it is really, really cost effective if you're looking for something just to perk up your diesel truck or whatever it is, and they do make these for many, many different vehicles, so it's worth looking into something like this for your vehicle. I'm not too sure if they do it for petrol motors. I haven't really looked into that, but I know mainly for diesels, they make a humongous difference, which is pretty awesome. So enough of me blowing smoke up EVS's backside. Hopefully you guys, if you want to make this decision and get one of these, I highly recommend it. Check it out. You'll really love the difference, and hopefully the video has given you some form of inspiration and some guidance and help in making a choice, whatever it may be. And if you're new here, hopefully I've earned your subscription, but we will definitely see you in the next one.